Yo, this is Juwan, and this is CYON, and this is an outlet for entrepreneurs to tell your story, to get in the know, to relieve your stress, to create your own narrative. Yo, this Create Your Own Narrative, man. CYON. We got a special guest, Imani Williams.
Hello, everyone.
This is the GOAT. And what I want to say is, I appreciate you for coming out.
For sure. You know, I've been trying to get on this since season 1.
Season 1. We still trying to make things work, but you made everything come together. So I want to appreciate you for coming out. I want to appreciate you for the work you do in the city, for the people in the city. And that's what we're here for. We're here for the people in the city. So what I want to say is, what I know about Imani is a special person. And Imani definitely do her due diligence when it comes down to taking care of her people. So if you didn't know, now you know. Imani is one of the top up-and-coming lawyers in Palm Beach County. So y'all make sure y'all check in with her.
Please do.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay,
so like you said, my name is Imani Williams. I'm a personal injury associate at the Ryles Firm. We're located at 314 11th Street, West Palm Beach, Florida. So that's in the downtown West Palm Beach area. I'm currently licensed to practice law in the state of Louisiana and Florida. I've been back home for almost 2 years now, and I'm just, fulfilling my purpose.
Fulfilling your purpose. I like how you said that word, fulfilling your purpose. I want to just ask you one big question. What made you want to become a lawyer?
Okay, so I don't have a fancy answer. For whatever reason, since the age of 10, I always said I wanted to become an attorney. I actually said I wanted to be a judge. Even in my 5th grade yearbook from Roosevelt Elementary, Miss Hepburn signed it. She was like, congratulations, you're going to be the best judge, blah, blah, blah. But, I'm still new in this profession, so whether I become a judge or not, I'm not sure. But I just knew I always wanted to be an attorney. Some people say I like to argue. I'm not sure about that. But I knew that if I wanted to make change in my communities, I needed to be in a position of power to actually effectuate change. So that's what my goal is as an attorney right now in this community.
I think I greatly appreciated when you said be a change in your community. With our community, we got a lot of things going on. And the road you're going, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? You're going to help a lot of people. And if you get into an accident, you better make sure you call. Go ahead.
Call me, Imani M. Williams, at the Ryles Firm, 561-804-9361.
You better remember that. All y'all be getting to them bump and runs.
Period.
So with the change in the community, that's big. I think a lot of us are, and we'll get into this right now, might as well, upset with the judicial system. And your job, what you're doing, is very, I highly recommend it. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like we can bring a change into our judicial system?
We definitely need to make change in the judicial system. It's unfortunate that this country and the judicial system was just built on, systemic racism, oppression, the list goes on. So it not only does it start with attorneys, because we're obviously in the field of law, we fight for cases, we go before judges, we argue laws, but it also goes for our community. Like, we citizens can do something to effectuate change in the community as well, whether it's going to different meetings, whether it's actually showing up for jury duty. That's a big problem within our communities, because for one, they're likely not going to want to select an African American juror. I mean, of course you have to make sure you're not being discriminatory, but most African Americans, they either don't opt in, tis, or they just want an excuse, or they feel like it's a waste of time. But really, if we were actually on trial in juries to actually listen to cases and listen to trials and listen to hearings that actually affect our communities, I think it would definitely make a difference, because we would actually have an opinion. We can't keep, not being happy with the system if we're not actually being a part of it. And also careers. There should be more Black people that are either attorneys, doctors, police officers, even though that's a big subject, because a lot of people are like, you know, they don't trust the police, they don't rock with the police. I can actually say personally, I do know some people that are of our same complexion that are in law enforcement, and they actually look out for the communities. Like, I'm not going to take away from those who don't, because unfortunately some people, we get in positions of power and we forget about our communities, or we forget about where we come from, or we forget about the struggles that, you know, probably encouraged us to be in. So I think it goes across the full board. It goes for us that are actually in positions of law, but just like I said, the community, whether you're, no matter what your age is, because they have a lot of rallies, they have a lot of, you know, hearings, council meetings, city hearings. You can go there to voice your opinion and possibly effectuate change. And also, you don't have to actually be an attorney to, like, advocate. People lobby all the time at the Capitol, and they're just regular citizens or just people who are tired of what's going on in their community. So it's just, we just have to actually be more present and more consistent and serious about what we mean when we say we're unhappy about things.
I love what you just said. Because one thing I think what people miss is we are the people.
Yeah.
Stand by your constitutional rights. And with you and we have talked about like vocal rights.
Yeah.
Know your rights.
Yeah.
Don't get on there and stand on the street and don't know your rights. But you know your rights, and I feel like you can preach to people what their rights are. And also, the way we are going into this, I hate to say it, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. People make black and white too concrete.
Yeah.
Too concrete. And before I can say this, I want to just say, for anybody who ever lost a loved one through police brutality, I'm sorry for it, but we in some dark times.
We definitely are.
We in some dark
Troubling
times. Some troubling times, and I feel like the only way we come together is people like yourself explaining to people what's going on. Like, it's not just all on your lawyer. It's just not all on the policeman. We got to be able to understand what's really going on around us. Yeah. And I feel like we miss that.
We definitely do.
So, I'm trying to say this the best way I can, in the best way.
This is your platform. Speak your mind.
So police brutality. I have been a victim of it, and I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So a person like myself, I try to think into the lawful mindset, but also I can't. What advice can you tell that person that's feeling like how I feel? Like, you can't trust the judicial system. You can't trust a police officer. You can't trust nobody around you who's supposed to be here, that you paying to be here. How can you tell them to just have hope?
Well, I'm a realistic person because I understand where you're coming from, because even as an attorney, I'm still black. If someone pulls me over and they don't know my occupation or even actually take the initiative to inquire into what I do, they see me as just another statistic, you know? So it can easily happen to me. Excuse me.
Carry on water.
It can easily happen to me. So I would definitely, you know, that's why I try to do my due diligence to educate with like social media, videos, just different laws, because I can honestly say before I went to law school, there were some things I didn't even know, because especially growing up as a black woman or black male, you're taught to be afraid of the police. You're taught that, you know, if they pull you over, do exactly what you say, listen to them so you don't get shot, so you don't get arrested. Even though you shouldn't be treated like that or shouldn't feel like that, but the law is you should always feel safe to leave when it's just a traffic stop. But unfortunately, society has shown, the news has shown footage that it's not like that. Oftentimes it ends up where a black male or female is brutally killed. Or might as well, you know, the PTSD, the trauma from even experiencing police brutality, where there's just a little roughing up or tasing. It's just that trauma lives with you, and police are everywhere. And the sad truth is that laws are made to give police officers the benefit of the doubt or the opportunity to make a mistake and get away with it. So I would say to just read. They say the easiest way to hide information from our community is to put it in a book. Read. There's so much stuff free on Google. There's so many actual criminal attorneys that, I'm a personal injury attorney, so I kind of focus in that area, but there's so many criminal attorneys that probably make TikToks just showing you your Miranda rights, showing you what to do when you're in a traffic stop, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be detained. Unless you've done something or they can prove it, you shouldn't be detained. So I would say just know your rights, and the fact that we have social media now, cameras, iPhones, record everything, record them. Just because they have those body cameras, we all know how that goes. I won't speak on that, I'm gonna keep it, but just try to be as informed as possible. Don't actually take what people put in front of you as what is true. Make sure you do your own research. Make sure you learn from the experiences such as George Floyd. People that have, died dealing with these circumstances from the police officers. That's the only thing I can say, because like I said, I'm realistic. So it would be remiss of me to just say, keep your head straight, do what's right, because you can be an innocent black man, an innocent black woman, and still be a target. And just because they're an officer and just because they have an opportunity to make reasonable mistakes, reasonable is very subjective, it's okay and it's not. Because even sometimes when officers get behind me, I get nervous because you just never know. You really never know.
And I love what you said. You never know. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough subject to touch on. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I'll say it has been officers of a different color who have made sure, hey, I'm here, I'm gonna take care of you, you have nothing to worry about. But then it has been officers also, I've been dragged out, put on the pavement,
right,
face skinned up, you know what I'm saying? So
sorry that happened to you.
It's all right.
I didn't know that. So we learn
each other, and it's okay, because I feel like a lot of people disrespect the judicial system because they don't understand it.
Right.
It comes with laws, and you have laws to abide by,
yeah,
just how they have laws to abide by. But I think the most frustration part of it all, are they ever going to abide by it?
That's a tough question. Just like I said, in general, just country was founded on racism, oppression of those who aren't viewed as the elite. So it's definitely gotten better. I can say just from what I've learned, attending HBCU Law School, Southern University Law Center, learning what their struggles were. So we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. So I think it goes hand in hand with just the overall view of the world and just in the judicial system, because, at one point there weren't black judges. Now it's increasing, But like I said, once the foundation is set, it's hard to break from that chain because we aren't actually putting ourselves in those positions. And I think the other thing is too, when you become someone that's in that actual position of power who can actually make change and actually, affect what the laws are, bring someone else on. Too many of us in our community, sometimes we want to be the token black person, and we forget about where we come from. And I really take pride, and that's why I'm kind of, I'm good at a lot of places, professional, chill, outside, because I never forgot where I came from, and I always want my community and my people, especially in my age group, our generation, to do well and to actually succeed, because the more of us there is, the more we can achieve. So
you just hit it out the park, because everything you said was real. I think a lot of us as African Americans, we tense up. We don't want to trust the judicial system. We want to trust a lawyer. But we got people like yourself who be able to be for us, and not just us. Now, it's not a white and black thing. I think people need to, I don't want to say brush that under the rug, because it's still racism there. But you got to understand when people are actually being good to you. And I can say that I have had a Caucasian officer truthfully understand where I'm coming from and understand that, hey, I understand it's a mistake. I didn't have to tense up. I didn't have to, he didn't search my car. He didn't flip my car. He didn't do nothing of that. And I commend him. I ain't gonna say his name, because boy, me and you is still solid to this day.
In trouble.
And the work So let's just get into your work. Personal injury.
Personal injury.
What can you tell people when they get into an accident? 3 tips that they need to tap into before they go over exaggerate.
Okay. Well, first, stop. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave. Wait till the actual police officer comes to the scene and you get a real driver exchange, because I just made a video about this. Like, just because you guys exchange information, that person could later change their mind and now there's an issue. 2, most importantly, call me, of course. Call a personal injury attorney. But 3, make sure you actually take pictures of the scene. I wouldn't just rely on what the insurance companies have. I'd jump out and take everything that I can if I could. So those would be my 3 tips immediately, if I've been in an accident. But another thing that I always stress to clients is just treat accordingly. Like, a lot of people, they think automatically, oh, let me get in an ambulance, let me go to a hospital. But it's not an emergency type situation like a broken bone or, a concussion, things of that nature. And so you're racking up medical bills and it's not helping your case, because sometimes I think people try to build up a case. So they think if I go here, the insurance company's going to think I'm really hurting it. It doesn't work like that. So you're eating up. You can go to urgent care or wait and go to a chiropractor to get the same treatment for way less cost and go about your business. So that's actually an important tip I would give to someone. Like, don't think you automatically have to go in an ambulance, because an ambulance trip is a lot in itself, and that's just a ride. Sometimes just 5 minutes and they charge you for everything. So that's what I would say if you've been in an accident. So like I said, don't forget, call me, most importantly, to help and fight for you.
You better fight. She gonna fight for you.
That's my personality.
Yeah. She's a very strong soul. That's what I commend about her. And if I get in an accident, you already know who I'm calling. If I call 911, it's Imani Williams. Hopefully Siri can hear that, and then we can be able to make it quicker.
All right.
And then we gonna rock that out. But I just want to know, what made you want to become a lawyer?
Just like I said, just being in a position of power to actually affect change. I want to be in positions where I can actually advocate and lobby, or get into policy to where I'm actually in the background of how laws are created. I'm actually influencing what can change and make a difference, and actually involved in everything, because we can talk about what we don't like, but if you're not actually there, you're not down in DC, lobbying, advocating, fighting, then it's no point. So that's a good reason to be an attorney. And also just the connections. Unfortunately, I don't operate this way, but sometimes people are feel more inclined to do business with you if, like, oh, she's an attorney or he's an attorney, because there are certain skills that we attain in law school, but I just want to be in a position where I can do everything and make everything around me better as much as possible.
Okay, I like that. I feel like me knowing you as a person, you for the people.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people get.
I try to be relatable,
Thank you. You just hit on that, relatable.
Because why would you go to an attorney you don't feel comfortable with?
I think building a trust within our community is very important. How do you believe we can do that with the judicial system, the people, the police officers, the judges, the people who live there, especially in communities within West Palm Beach?
I think it takes efforts and commitments from both parties, both sides. For one, a lot of the things I do in my community for activism or just community service or helping others is outside of my capacity as an attorney. So maybe look into community events that are going on, and there might be judges or attorneys or police officers that are there, but they're there in their personal capacity, so you can see what they actually believe in, what they want to push and move forward, and what they want to do actually in the communities. I don't think it would be an easy process if it's just you're sitting from this seat and watching, the judicial system, the courthouse, judges. That's not how you build trust, I don't think. But actually coming together in different ways. And like I said, different judges actually too, and attorneys, they do different webinars sometimes. So sometimes there's free knowledge to learn. So maybe if you're seeing someone actually explaining you different things that you might not know, because a lot of things aren't in layman's terms, so you don't understand them automatically. Tune into that, ask questions. Like I said before, go to meetings, go to different hands. Heck, get an attorney. That attorney, if that attorney fights for you and gets you the desired result that you want, that should be a level of trust right there. Because if they do that for you, what else could they do? And look, see, you just have to observe. You can't, it's not going to happen overnight. But like I said, just a committed effort from both parties, whether it's just the citizens, whether it's people in the law field. But maybe it's just like, I think it needs to be something like community relations, like maybe someone of higher power. I'm not there yet, I will be. But just to like maybe have a big event where everyone comes together, you know? Not just events to deal with racism, but to actually help the community as a whole trust and feel safe by to be around police officers, to be under judges or be under attorneys. Because it's like, how do I trust you if my life could be at jeopardy the blink of a dime? Because at the end of the day, I'm not a criminal attorney, but sometimes we can dictate whether someone's free or not. So that's what I would say. I think it has to be efforts on both sides taking initiatives, both sides being willing to, you know, step out of their comfort zone and just be who you are, because at the end of the day, we're all humans. So
I think, now that she said that, bro, I think we gotta do that. I think I want to reach out to the city.
Yeah,
I want to reach out.
That'd be cool.
Bring the city, the officers. I don't care, firefighters, paramedics.
They have a duty to, you know, protect and listen to their citizens'
and
concerns.
I think our citizens are scared. Just, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, it sucks, because I don't want to teach my child to be scared of a police officer.
Yeah.
Because my child,
for sure,
my child uncle is a police officer.
Right. Like I said, I have associates, close friends that are actually in law enforcement, and I've actually witnessed, and we're cool because I don't, like I said, I don't, no matter what I accomplish, I don't forget where I come from. So I'm not going to be okay with certain things that go on, especially when it comes to our people. So it's hard. It's like, where do you go? Because you don't want to bash everyone, because there are good cops, as they say.
Yeah.
But we can't forget the
things
bad experiences.
that we go through, yeah.
Like you said, you went through it. You've experienced it. So you can't just brush it over. That, like I said, that stuff has to stay with you forever. It's almost like if you're not shy, it's almost like getting shot. You have, like, anytime you see a police car behind you, you get nervous.
Shell shock.
Yeah.
Shell shock. I love that you gave our viewers a very big insight to the judicial system. Because a lot of people miss it. You know what I'm saying? They think it's a battle. It's not a battle. Sometimes they doing their job. It might not be doing it in the right way, what we agree on, but like I said, me personally, I felt like I ain't do nothing wrong. I pay my taxes. I go to work.
Yeah.
I just drive. I just want to go home. And
yeah.
I felt attacked. So the way you explained it made me feel more comfortable. Maybe next time I pull over, I'll be able to relax.
Just make sure you, like I said, don't get it twisted now. Make sure you got someone on speed dial. You have, you know, something to record in case something does happen. You know, it can be discovered once everything. Because just because they have a body cam, they can. Anyways, but back to the judicial system. No, I want to actually, because I give credit where it's due. I actually know some very great judges that are actually mentored me and helped me along my journey. So like I said, you just have to use your spirit of discernment, because just like in everything, there's good and bad. And you can't take away from the good because of the rotten fruit. You have to, you know, take things at what they are, and just adjust and move accordingly. But at the same time, never get too comfortable, because you just never know, because the law is the law. And unfortunately, sometimes I believe that some judges, they have, you know, been in a battle between, you know, what they feel is right and what the law says, because the law is the law. So that's another aspect people don't understand. Even with me as a personal injury attorney, like, some clients have gotten, you know, upset with certain things, and it's like, I didn't make the rules, I didn't make the law, this is what it is. And so, like I said, I go back to the point where we have to actually lobby and actually try to help with legislation and what the laws are going to be. So
I agree with what the people, especially at West Palm Beach and Palm Beach County itself, like, let's just come together, man. I'll try my best. Can't make no promises.
Yeah, we're human, and we're in our 20s. Like, we have so much growth to do, and
I think I want to do that. I think I want to bring some officers, some judges, some lawyers. I want to bring them to the table, and maybe we could talk about this, and maybe we could figure it out Because I'm tired of and just how maybe they tired too. They
And
tired of feeling like
son.
the ops. And now I don't want to tell my son this. I think the scariest thing, I was telling my homeboy this other day, I was like, bro, it would be so scary for me to tell my son my experience with cops. I don't want him to hate cops.
Yeah.
Because that cop might be the day to save your life.
Right. Or he might end up growing up to
be a cop.
You never know.
So I kind of like want to tap into this world with judicial system, because before this interview, I'll be honest, I had a very blind eyesight on it. I'm like, why they treat us like this? Why they do this? Why they do that? And it's like, you're not vouching for them, and you're not vouching for the justification.
Yeah.
You're telling us what it is and how we can fix it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest benefit. And you have a great platform of how you work for your people.
Thank you.
You're not here for the accolades.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? You're here for the work for your people. So I think if we keep working on this road, we'll be able to differentiate. You know what I'm saying?
Because another thing is where people like myself, just anyone that puts themselves on the line and voices their opinion and is unapologetically them, unapologetically black, I need and they need the community to support them, because you can't expect someone to put themselves out there and then, you know, when it hits the fan, no one's there backing them. Because it takes a community, it takes a unit. So that's another thing to keep in mind. It literally takes a village. Like, no one gets anything done alone.
And I want to work with you on that. Like, I think I want to work with you on that of building Palm Beach up of trust. You know what I'm saying? Let's trust our officers. Don't get tense up. Let this movement start with us. You know what I'm saying, cuz? Let this movement start with us. Let this movement start with.
And you already have experience with hosting events. I missed out on it because I was
It's
at a conference, but
let's have fun.
I think you definitely can make it happen.
So outside of all that, it's lovely. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Imani, let's get into what you like to do. What you like to wind down your time with when it comes down to just Imani time.
So I'm an only child, so I actually enjoy being by myself a lot sometimes. So sometimes I enjoy being alone, laying down, relaxing, binge watching, catching up on shows. But I love anything with the water. Like, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's actually going to the beach, whether it's just the vibes. Like, it's just, I love water. That's like my happy place. And maybe because I'm a water sign, you know, Team Cancers. But that's something I really love to do. I love trying new restaurants. I like a great happy hour. I just like to live life, because one thing about it, I'm never going to, and I said this in law school, I'm never going to let what I do stress me out. So, like, I have fun now, but don't get it twisted. For how I have fun, I work 3 times as hard, if not more. So I definitely like to live life. I like to try new things. I like to go to I like to travel. I'm getting more into traveling now, so that's more where I'm at, because there's so much more to life. And that's another thing I think that could help our people if we experience more than what's inside of Palm Beach County, because there's so much more life to live, so much more people to meet and network with. So that's another thing I just thought about. So yeah, that's what I, like to
What
do.
you like to tap into?
I think I'm a normal 20-something.
I just want to get one thing. I just want to say shout out to the Legacy brand.
Shout out to the Legacy brand. Shout out to Clarence Brockett. Shout out to the opening of Legacy Lounge and Restaurant.
It was lit. It was lit. Too much. We can't even talk about that on the camera. So y'all just got to come out. Check it out, man. I told you, bro, what he is doing for our city.
And he puts his people on. Like, he put me in a position to eat. Like, I respect anybody. That's what a real boss does, you know? Some people, they get put on, they forget about their friends and stuff, but Clarence, you get on my nerves. But you make sure everyone around you is in a position to win, and that's what our community needs.
Thank you.
So definitely, he gonna tap in regardless, but we have to work together. I feel like it's always just so competitive for what? Because me, I'm my own competition. I don't see nobody. I might give credit. I might like what you do. I might aspire to accomplish something you've done, especially people who've been in the game. I give all the OGs respect in any area of life, you know? But definitely shout out to the Legacy brand. Y'all tap in. Support. He also helps with financial, situations, getting your credit right. And that's on that. No, I wish I would have had. Well, mine wouldn't have been appropriate. I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
like a 2-piece. So
You got you gotta rock out, man. Let them know you the lawyer of the century.
Yeah.
But I want to just end this at this, man. It's a very touchy subject. Palm Beach is weak with supporting each other.
And I don't know why that is.
You know why it is? It's because it's people that's not being like us.
Yeah.
People not be able to tell what it is and what it ain't. Like, I built this CYON with my cousin, with my homeboy, for the simple reason of I feel like Palm Beach was too slept on.
Yeah.
It's too slept on. Like, people might look at us as just a regular place, or we hood niggas, or we just this, or we that, we ratchet. Nah, man, it's some talent in the city.
It is.
From the lawyers to Clarence to somebody who opened up a restaurant.
What, and let me be the first to say, school isn't for everyone. So you don't have to be. I
skip school every day.
I didn't. But I just want to put that out there. You don't have to be a college graduate to make a difference and make money and take care of your people and your family. I just want to put that out there. So. And
I love what you're doing. Like, Imani had to be the first person to come bless the studio.
Yes, I'm
the new
so
studio,
excited
our
to be
new
here.
area.
But y'all, I've been trying to. Like, I remember when you first had the
I do that.
Nah, for real. Don't make it seem like I'm Hollywood.
Tell them what it is.
First had the vision.
And she believed in it. She believed in it.
And I was like, I want to tap in, but everyone's busy. Everyone has adult responsibilities. So we finally were able to, connect and get on the same page. So I'm excited to be here. Like I said, I'm all for my community, especially our generation. I feel like we need to stick together because we come from a different time. We gotta, everyone, people, I feel like generations before us did a better job at sticking together, working together, because I've networked with different communities, people of different, backgrounds and races, and they stick together. So I'm like, why can't we do that? Why can't we keep money in our communities, So
too much hating. And
I don't understand it because, there's always, everyone has complaints in their city of where they're from or where they grew up, but I don't know, for some reason here, especially living in Louisiana for 7 years, it's like, it's just the spirit of hospitality is different. I just wish we could come together, and so I'm holding you to that. I'm definitely down to be a part of the movement and making it a new Palm Beach. And that's on that.
Go ahead and say it. New Palm Beach.
New Palm Beach.
And it's nothing wrong with the old Palm Beach, but we just want to enhance it. Like, it's too much talent in this city. Man. This city's too great. We got the beautiful scenery. We got
it's beautiful, y'all.
We got
when I walked in, I was like, this is nice. Good job, you guys, for real. Like,
we back and we ain't going nowhere. So let me high five.
Wait,
it's fun.
I have a question though.
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
This is your platform.
Any questions
I'm so
you have?
Because I follow, I keep up to date with what you do. What actually inspired you to get baptized? Because I thought that was very, amazing because, we're still so young. I'm not there yet. Some people aren't there. And a lot of black men, they don't even, go to church. They might say their prayers, but so what pushed you to do that? And how do you think it's made a difference? Because, I'm actually been trying to get closer to God and, because that's what keeps the world going.
It's a deep topic. It's a deep topic. But I think it needs to be voiced. What made me get baptized was I was holding on to too much stuff. I was holding on too much of a weight of being the person of feeling like you have to do something or feeling like you have to fulfill everybody's needs. And the way God blessed my life, he blessed my life in a different angle. He blessed my life into a way of understanding that it's not about what you want, it's about what you pray about, and it's about what you put your mind to. And I think the biggest thing that made me want to do it was when we started the CYON, it was going good, then it went bad. And I was praying and asking God, like, hey, help me out. I'm trying to find a way, but you can't ask for something if you don't give out.
That's true.
You feel me? You can't ask for something you don't give out.
No work is dead.
And when I got baptized, that was the biggest blessing to my life, my family, my friends, everybody asks me about it, and I'm like, bro, I feel cleansed. Like, I feel like a new person. I feel like I can do anything that come in front of me, even if it don't go good how I want it to go good. I feel like that was just a different level of just, I don't know,
That's
excitement.
deep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excitement. So I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm not telling nobody how to live their life. But when I say when it comes to baptism for me and claiming Jesus before my peoples, it was just different. You feel what I'm saying? So
Caught the Holy Ghost.
that was me. You feel what I'm saying? That was me. So I appreciate you asking that, because a lot of people have asked me that. I never shared it.
Let the people know.
I never shared it, but
you have to be vulnerable sometimes, you know.
It changed me. You know what I'm saying? It changed me to be able to come.
You might motivate someone else to do it, because I don't know, for whatever reason, we always want to be strong, and especially the black man. It's like,
but we got to though. We got to.
So I think that's amazing. That's a good step, especially like I said, being so young. So
I appreciate you asking me that, because hopefully somebody tap in and be able to understand it. But I want to let y'all know, man, we here with Imani Williams, man, the GOAT of the law firm. She know every in and out, and if you need to know anything, just tap in with her. I want you to drop your social media. Let them know where they can reach you at.
Okay, so Facebook is Imani. I don't know, IMANI M Williams. My Instagram, I'll just give my business, Imani M Williams ESQ. And then I'm on TikTok. I try to give, videos with free knowledge. And it's Imani Martina, MARTINA ESQ. And I don't know what else. I'm on LinkedIn too, Imani M Williams, ESQ. I think that's it. But definitely tap in. I'm looking to network. Like I said, I'm looking to just always give the community free knowledge, because sometimes people don't want to read. So a video that's like 10, 20, 30 seconds is easier. So tap in. I'm ready to work with everyone in this community, work with you, get everything together, work on the community relations, and, like I said, make the new Palm Beach, because something's got to shake.
And we have talked about that. Me and her have talked about that. Ever since we started it, she had that vision. So I want to say thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
This is big.
Right.
So when she blow and she fighting on them big cases, I'm be in the back with my CYON and label, like, we interview her, you feel what I'm saying? One thing I can say, man, shout out to iWorkMagicDaily.
Yes.
That man is the GOAT.
Yes, y'all. We went to church
he do his
together.
Work.
We
he
grew
do
up
his
together.
Work. Yeah, it's my little cousin,
That's why I'm so
man.
big on this, because, like, I love seeing people that I grew up with just flourish. So, yeah, shout out to him.
So he make all this work, man. He make all this work, and he's definitely up and coming at. So, any last words you got to say to the viewers?
I just want to say thank you for everyone that has tuned in. I hope everyone has been able to learn something from this, take something from this, and I hope that we've both motivated our communities to actually make a difference. So I hope everyone has a good evening, good day, good morning, whatever time you're watching this, and keep watching.
And shout out to Legacy Brand. I got to say it one more time, because he did something for the community that a lot of people would never do.
Never.
And shout out to Imani. Shout out to the CYON. Shout out to iWorkMagicDaily. And I just want to say thank y'all, man. We stay tuned, subscribe, like, turn on notifications on, because we got some major shit dropping. Excuse my French. Let's go. All right.
TR.